Let's do some wild speculating, shall we? On a recent episode of the Windows Central podcast, Daniel Rubino and Zach Bowden, both on that podcast, were talking about what they knew to be true about Surface Duo 2. They talked about the camera, they talked about the battery, they talked about the screens. And at the end, they said there's one more thing about the screens which haven't leaked that is something cool or interesting, something that we've seen done before, but not really like this before, which kind of got my mind spinning. I even put out, something on Twitter, and I might have made a community post about this as well, asking you guys and gals to do some speculating way back then. And I've been thinking about this. And I just realized that the idea that I had actually makes even more sense than I thought it did. So they said the feature they heard that was being addressed by this cool, weird, newish feature was something that Duo was sort of criticized for in the past. So something kind of screen related that addresses a prior complaint. And now they did mention high refresh rate, so no, it's not that, it's something new. And so one of the things that came to mind for me, and came to mind for a lot of you people, was the fact that when you span something, you get a big gap down the middle. And I speculated that perhaps what was going to happen, and this wasn't my original idea, a lot of us thought of this kind of at the same time, so who thought of it first? I have no idea how you'd possibly know this kind of thing. But the idea would be that on these hinges inside, that you would effectively wrap the screen partway around that hinge and maybe even reduce the daylight that's visible between the two things. I'm doing all kinds of things here to sort of make the two-screen experience slightly less interrupted. And I mean, if you kind of take your Duo and just kind of bring it in like this, you can kind of begin to simulate what that might be like even when it's fully extended. Now, what's interesting here is that this idea, I think, actually holds more water than I initially realized. When we go back and we look at the leaked pieces of hardware, the images that we already have of Duo 2, you're going to notice a particular detail about all of the pictures that we have. This picture, then we have this one, and this one. What's the commonality between all these pictures? What can you never see? You can never ever see the bit of the hinge that we're talking about, the bit of the screen that could be wrapping around that hinge. Could you see it here? No, we're looking at the back of the hinge. How about here? Nope, camera placed very strategically to show you the back of the hinge. What about here? Nope. What about here? Nope. Now, I don't know why the person who leaked these images would be hiding this of all things. I mean, they're showing us the giant camera bump. That's the showstopper. But for some reason, maybe this is me just reading into things being too conspiratorial or something, but it's odd to me that they aren't showing the inside. They're not showing the screens at all. You can see just the edge of the screen here, right? But that's all that they're going to show you. So guys, I don't have any intel on this. I have no source telling me what this is. I don't know, okay? I have no clue about this. I've heard murmurings of other things, but I've not been able to get a solid answer on this. But this is my wild speculation, that Surface Duo 2 will have a screen that curves around the hinges to lessen the gap between the two screens. Let me know what you guys think about this in the comments down below. Speculate away. Do you have evidence in this direction? Hell, do you have some sort of intel to share with me? Speak to me. I will keep you as anonymous as humanly possible. Discretion is my middle name after all. But guys, that's all I've got for you on this one. Just something I noticed looking at some of these older pictures that just kind of stood out to me and just popped into my head. Hopefully you did enjoy today's video. Stay tuned for more content just like this, and until next time, stay nerdy, my friends.